Hello and welcome to Bar Gaming. I hope you're all doing great and having a beautiful day. Today we're starting off with an interesting game that I don't think I've ever played online. What I mean to say is either on YouTube, my channel, or on stream, and that is AeroFly FS2 Flight Simulator. Which is an interesting game. It's upcoming flight simulator, which is mainly and solely, well, not necessarily, but solely, it is the only one that allows you to have the best possible VR experience when it comes to current um, flight simulators that there are out there. Anyway, so without any further ado, let's just get started and get ourselves in the game now, shall we? Let's see, where is the game? Alright, awesome. So now that we're in the game, I again do hope that you guys can actually hear me. If not, please do confirm. I can see your chat, so I will be able to respond to you guys. And if at all you have suggestions and comments, please don't shy away from commenting right below and let me know that probably this is what I should do, or this is what I could do if you're watching in one of the VODs. Anyway, so we've got ourselves a flight. If I were to open up the navigation, there you go. So we are starting off in Colorado Plains, and the main reason for this is because the Colorado is which was the last DLC, so to say, that was patched into the game for free and by IPAX, and we've taken this as a starting point. So let's fly from Colorado Plains all the way towards Denver, which ain't that far. It's only about 25 miles or something like that, I think, or not even that, perhaps, not sure. So yeah, that's what we've got in terms of our aircraft. Also, if you're thinking, why is it so quiet, and why is it that I'm the only one blabbering and no music? Because this game does not have any of those music or anything like that. Well, at least not yet. Anyway, so this is what we're starting off with, the King Air C90 GTX. Awesome. Let's get moving, shall we? Hope for a beautiful flight. Let's pray to God that things go well, because when it comes to VR and plus this game being in early access, it has quite a lot of things that it has just left, and like for example ATC, one of the biggest things that there is, has been left out in this, which is pretty interesting. Anyways, alright, so we've got ourselves an interesting looking airport right here, which is absolutely nothingness, apparently. Interesting, but I mean, I did turn off the building, so maybe that's the reason why we've got this interesting no building, no zone sort of airport that we are starting away from. But hopefully, when we land into Denver, we would have something interesting for us waiting there. Alright, so now to start things off, how about we get our lights and everything on? Let's see, where are my lights in here? Right, so I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see all these things or not, because I don't know. So when I was trying to get the game set up, I could get the game screen and everything absolutely looking perfect, as well as myself on the side, which it should be, along with the second cam right there. The trouble that I was having was the mouse. So when I'm in here, I'm actually, if you can see, I'm actually controlling a mouse right next to my HOTAS, and the mouse I can actually see inside, as I said in the cockpit. You guys, for some odd reason, are not able to see that. I do not know why. Anyways, enough blabbering. Let's start. Let's get my flaps lowered. 5 should be good. Or do we gonna go furthermore? Again, because you don't have any of the weather information or the wind patterns or anything of that sort. Of course, all these things you yourself can set up, which is interesting for sure. But I've never messed around with it. Maybe in today's flight we might do so. Alright, what else? I don't think I need to be setting up any of that. What about you? That's the generator and the APU stuff that I don't need to worry about. One thing that I will have to actually get out of my way is the microphone, because well, the microphone's going to be in the way as I try and get in and get this autopilot set up for us. Alright, excuse me for a minute as I try and just get this sorted. Hopefully that should be good. Alright, again guys, please do let me know if you guys can actually hear me or not, and if not, let me know. I can definitely change the audio levels if need be. Awesome. So now, as we look into this, we've got the heading marker right there. How about, uh-oh, the microphone is still in my way. Nothing much I can do about it. Let's get the heading sorted. Now, in terms of our, hold on. So, can I press M to see some sort of a map? Right. Ain't no map in this game. Right. Alright, how about altitude? So do we have our altitude set up? I don't think so. But if I were to get the... Oh, okay. So the altitude apparently has already been set up for us. Right, there we go. So right now we've set it up to the pitch. So as soon as you were to set the autopilot to on, the autopilot would look at those pink markers right there, I think. And it would try and follow those. And yeah, that's what that is. You know what? Let's just get ourselves in the air and figure it out from there. How about that? Alright, how about that? Get moving. Hopefully we don't have any park and brake or anything of that sort. Ooh, we've actually got FMC, I think is what it's called. The FMC is right here, and I cannot control it. Okay, I can do something interesting. Not responding though. It's definitely not responding. Never mind. Alright, let's get a move on, shall we? Looking pretty good. Everything's set. Alright. Yep. Looking perfect. Let's get moving. Right now, I think onwards towards the runway is this way, because I can see the ending of the runway over there, and I think this is the runway. Yeah, you know what, I will probably have to get the settings up a tidbit in terms of the graphics and the extra components that are required. Whoa. Okay, this is a bit too clumsy. There we go. Alright, set up right. We're looking good. Again guys, do let me know if you would want the audio levels to be pumped up. Yeah, alright, we're looking good. Let's get sorted. Got good enough power, all the way set to 100. Our speed's looking great. Speed is not live yet, but we are drifting to the right by a big margin. Alright, speed's live. 105, 10 is when I'm gonna start. There we go. We could have probably just lifted it up a bit earlier. Landing gear up, positive rate. Right, so there you can see the pink marker. I am basically to follow that, and that is going to take us to our destination. Now, I think it's probably time to get the flaps up as well. Looking good. Now, I don't think I did set up a flight level for this flight of ours, and that is interesting because I probably should have. Alright, also probably time to get our trim set. That's a bit too low. Let's pump it up a tidbit. Straighten this bad boy out and start looking at our autopilot situation right here. Right, so I believe if I were to... Oh, come on, where are you? There you are. Alright, autopilot is on and live. We are looking good. We should have AP up there and VDU right there. I hope you guys can actually see that. So we've got the heading, the autopilot, and the pitch on right now. We don't have an altitude set apparently, or do we? Seems like we do, and that is going to be 6,000 feet right about here. Looking perfect. Awesome, and let's enjoy this beautiful view. Looking fabulous, I tell you. This game is so beautifully made, especially in VR. You won't believe. I mean, I don't know if I've actually got that thing set up right now or not. Doesn't look like it. Because you can actually have the FPS counter. I could actually try and do that. And get that thing set up for you guys so that you can actually see that the game does play out really well. One thing I am keen on doing is actually getting this screen that I've got for the chat and everything, the information set up right here. I would actually want to get this thing moved around towards the co-pilot area, and for that I will probably have to get out of the game, and I'm sorry. Right, let's do that. Another thing is the game actually just saves the data, and that's like the best thing that it does. Alright, there we go. Let's set you. Where are you? Where is the mouse? Alright, found the mouse. Let's just try and get this thing online. Oh, come on. Gotta be kidding me, mate. Alright, Steam's there. No. Great, and I need to find my mouse again. Alright, excuse me just a minute, guys. Alright, let's get this thing somewhere around there. Should be good. And twist it around. Now I do realize that you guys are probably not able to understand what I'm saying or talking about, because this is something that's solely for me when I'm in the HMD to be able to see. So anybody who's viewing it, even if I have to record the screen right now and view it later, I will not be able to see what I'm able to see right now, which is an interesting thing. Anyways, just about done, just setting up the height of it and how far away it should be. Don't want it to be out of the cockpit, of course. Alright, we're looking pretty good, almost set up. Yeah, that might even do us perfect. Alright, let's get rid of the software and get back in the game. Awesome, and we start. So we basically continue where we left off, and the game automatically saves everything. Right, another thing I will have to do is get rid of the be right back screen right there. Awesome. So it is going to take some time apparently to load us in, and there we are. Looking good. Alright, so yeah, the thing is out of the airplane a tidbit, but that's okay. As long as it's out of my way, it's absolutely fine. Wow, this game is so beautifully made. How are we looking in terms of our altitude and everything? We are still climbing slowly and steadily, but we are. Yes, we are. Why though? Right, so we're at 6,700. I'm gonna bring it down to 7,000. There we go, 7,000 set, and the VS should start slowing down now, and yes, it has, as you can see. Looking pretty good. We've got our speed set up pretty low. Might even be able to pump that up a tidbit. So we're only using about I don't know, 30-40% of our engine basically, and I'm pretty sure we can even do more out of it. All in its time, I guess. All in its good time. Did not show you the airplane by itself now, did I? Look at that. That's what we've got. What a beautiful, beautiful state this is to be driving in. Not driving, flying in, of course. Sorry. Slowly enjoying the flight we are. Now, a couple of things that I should probably start looking at is... What is this? What does that do? Oh no, no, that is the altitude thingy that I do not want to be touching right now. What I do want to be touching is this. How do I do this? Because what I want to do is basically zoom out, right? I want to zoom out and try and get this thing sorted so that we can actually see when we are close to our landing destination, whatever, you know? Right, so that's the brightness of it. No other button working over there. Great, great, great. Nothing over there as well. What is that? Now you see, that's the trouble with the VR right now, especially given the fact that I've got the settings set low, so low. I kind of have to zoom in a bit more than you would have to if you've got a powerful PC. Right, so that is basically the pilot display, FD and HFD. Interesting. None of those things I need to be concerned about because, hey, we've got an ATC button right here. So that's just those frequencies to be tuning into the ATC. Yet again, not worried about that. Because what I want is to find... Right, I've been going the wrong way. I've been going the wrong way. So the whole thing has already been set up for us, but since I got the heading selected and activated, I need to actually turn the plane around towards this pink line that we've got set up right there, as you can see. And that is where we need to be going. Alright, looking pretty good we are. Hopefully you guys can actually still hear me, even though I'm this low. I've got the microphone set up in such a way with Omni that it should be able to pretty much hear wherever I am, or at least close to it. Alright, autopilot is like the best thing ever, I tell you. Look at that, the GPS actually works in there as well. Not the GPS, but the looking good, looking pretty good. But then whatever, you know what I'm talking about, so yeah. Hey, we've got a lake down there. Now, one thing to keep in mind with this game is this fact, which is interesting, that all these things that you see, even though they look so beautiful, are basically just pictures, yeah? They're just pictures, and well, you'll probably see when we land in Denver, you'll see how it is, because it gets so... I don't know how to put it. It's weird. It seriously is weird because it looks so beautiful from up here, and you expect that same beauty to magnify as you go down to the ground or close to the ground. But that's not the case. That's so not the case. Uh-oh. I am clipping the frickin' microphone, mate. That's too much. That is too much. You know what? I might even be better off reducing the... There we go. Something like... Ouch. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Damn. Alright, we're still looking good. Awesome. Alright, we've got a slow stream today. Well, that's okay. Because this is, like I said, the first time that I've actually streamed a flight simulator, right? I am into simulator games quite a lot, but this is the first time that I'm actually simulating a flight simulator, and yeah, I don't think I've got followers or subscribers who are into this sort of a thing, or maybe they are. Maybe we'll find out. I do not know. But while we wait, how about I just quickly go on to YouTube and just check it out in terms of our audio levels and everything, how are we looking?
2,500.
Damn.
1,000. 500. 300. 230.
Ouch. What in the world happened? What in the world happened? Oh damn, dude. That was crazy. Right, let's that proves it. Even though we were in autopilot, that proves that there's always a need for the pilot to breathe exactly. Oh man, I'm facing the wrong way, am I? I'm gonna be going through the pattern. Wow, okay. Now I do know you can actually get this thing, get this game. I don't know what those are called. There are different sites. Basically, there are different sites that allow you to get your navigation set up in such a way so that wherever you are in the game, on that website, you can share that information, and you'll be able to see where I am in this flight, right? Because I don't know if the game actually has an option of map. You know, it would have been awesome if I could have had a small little map right here, probably tucked in there, and I just take the mouse over it, click on it, and that thing just pops in front of the yoke, or right on the yoke, perhaps. That would have been so cool. Okay, why are we not turning? Do we not have our heading? Great, we had the roll for some odd reason, not sure why, but the autopilot had moved that heading point there to roll, and therefore we were in a roll. Hey, look at that! We've got circular are those seriously fields? Are those seriously farming fields? I'm not sure. They definitely look like they are, but I don't know. I sincerely don't know. Whatever they are, they do look really cool. I did not calculate the fuel at all, and so I'm not sure if our fuel's going to be enough or not. This is interesting. Should have thought about that. Now, again, another couple of things to point out in the game is, so I don't know if you noticed this or not on a 2D screen, right? On a normal monitor screen, not a 2D, but a normal monitor screen, same thing. So when I shift my head around, if you were to just notice the clouds, right? If you were to just notice the clouds, they almost feel as if it's a paper that's moving like this and like that, like this and like that. See that? It's so interesting because the clouds are not 3D models in the game yet, and of course when you're playing on the monitor you will not be able to experience that. It's only for people who might be interested in the VR and might be watching this later. That you should probably, you know, keep look out for that update perhaps. Alright, we're 25 minutes in our flight. Of course, it has taken a bit longer because of the fact that I went the wrong way, you know, and I messed it up. Basically, I messed it up. In fact, we should not have even been here because I crashed the flight. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I did. Alright, now I'm gonna have to do this one more time because I want to check the audio levels. I was able to do so for the game. No, not for the game, but my audio levels, but I was not able to do so for the game itself. And go over to YouTube and just check it out in terms of our audio levels and everything. Alright, that should be pretty good. I think it should be pretty good. If you feel that I need to pump up the audio levels or anything, please let me know. But yeah, that should definitely be okay. Just pump it up all the way to the max and you'll be able to hear the engine. Because I do know I've also sat in with a couple of different streamers on their flights from one place to the other, right? And the noise actually gets a bit too much at times. You know, you do want to pump it down, and then there are some people who really want to have that simulation on, and I like to kind of keep it in between, you know. And sincerely hope this is where we're at in between right now in terms of the audio level that I've got set it up at. Alright, looking pretty good. Now, had I had a map, had I had a map in my hand, I would have been able to tell you where we are and where we're flying over and stuff like that, but I don't think I can right now. Not possible. Hey, look at that interesting cloud up there, high up there, like a semicircle up in the air, looking pretty interesting. Alright, looking pretty good. I'm pretty sure it does tell you how far are we flying to, or how far have we reached. I just don't know if I should be messing around with it. But what I can do is probably try and see if any of these buttons on the left actually work. And they don't. Right. None of them do actually. Pretty weird. Alright, so our landing lights should remain on because we've not yet crossed the 10,000 feet mark. What is this thing? Cockpit voice recorder. Oh, interesting. Interesting. That I did not know. Like, the pilots actually have that thing in their control. So if they wanted to... But hold on. I think I'm confusing the cockpit voice recorder as the black box. The black box is a different thing altogether, right? Like, the black box is supposed to be a hidden away thing, which is solely recording all the different parameters, from the voice to the throttle setting to all the different notches and everything, I guess, hopefully. And just be able to, you know, replay it if at all things go out or things go wrong, you know. And this right here seems more like I don't know, it could very well be just a for the people who you fly in, right? For the people who you are flying from one destination, one source to the destination, or one place to the other, basically. Maybe it's for those people. Maybe the pilots want to have their own voice recorded, pre-recorded, and that's when that thing comes in, so that they just press a button or two, and they can get the voice that they need. What is it called? Like the announcement, basically. The announcement that they need, they can basically just share it along via that thing. Perhaps, I don't know. No idea. Right, so in terms of our speed, we're still looking pretty good. We're actually going a bit too slow. I'm taking it nice and easy. I could definitely pump it up. There we go. So in terms of our engine and wow, okay. This is really cool that you can actually zoom in all the way like this. So apparently the cabin lights are on and the external lights are off. Oh, come on, pilot. How can you do that? You're gonna have the lights on for sure. Isn't that true? Alright, so the strobe and the beacon is on. The heading, landing lights are on. I don't understand. What is this? External lights that they're talking about. Seriously not sure what external lights are turned off. But apparently there is some light that is turned off, never mind. Right, we're getting into the reds. Let's not do that. Let's bring it back a notch. There we go. Just a tidbit should be more than enough. Flaps are set to 0. We're looking pretty good. Not bad. I'm not entirely sure if you can actually use... Nope, you cannot. I think that's supposed to be some sort of a sun visor or something. Those black thingies up there. But you cannot control them, so it don't matter. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what does that do, but it basically is turning that green thingy 90 degrees. Not entirely sure what does that mean. Never mind though, because that's not what I am interested in. What I am interested in is this one right here. How do I zoom in or out of this? Right, that's the FD, of course, the flight director. We're gonna have that thing turned on. This is interesting. It shouldn't be this difficult. Either that, or they've just not been worked on yet. So like I said, this game is still in development and there's still quite a lot of work that need to be done. And so, maybe they've not implemented it yet in the game. Who knows? Alright, but that is still bizarre. There we go, that's what I was looking for. Beautiful, found it. Alright, so that's the one on the extreme left. Not the extreme left, but sorry, the extreme bottom on this panel right here in front. That one, which has 3 knobs, and you can actually just see how far away are we from our destination, or no? Beautiful, you cannot. Oh man. Well, never mind. All in due time, basically. Shall load it all. Alright, looking pretty good. Taking it easy. Let me have some water. Because I am sick and I should keep hydrated. Gonna quickly have some water. Uh-oh. I was out of the plane for a minute there. Interesting that you can do that in a VR, of course. Ah, by the way, one thing I did not do. I hope this is the button. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Great, that's not the button. Which one was it? I forget. So basically there's a button that I mapped which should take us to the outside view. Not the one? Oh. Great. Okay. Aha, there we go. Looking really interesting around here. There we go, so that's what we're flying, and we're taking this all the way to Denver. It is somewhere in that direction, hopefully, fingers crossed. And you can actually see that there's a pilot in there. Now, had I mapped the controls properly, I probably would have been able to zoom in and out of this view, but I cannot. Never mind, let's get back. Okay, we're getting pretty close to the reds in terms of our speed, but I don't think that should matter much. We're looking sorted. How are we looking in terms of our fuel? Let me check. I'm gonna zoom right in. Right, so we've got the oil temperature. We've got, I don't know, we've got quite a lot of things over there, but I definitely cannot see the fuel that we're carrying, which is interesting, because we definitely should be able to see the fuel that we're carrying. A bit bizarre actually that we're not able to see that. Most of the times it's the FMC that comes into play. The FMC right there, or the small little laptop thingy that's looking like right there, is what it's called, the FMC. Maybe it's called something else in this plane, I guess. But basically that computer is what takes care of each and everything in the plane, right? From your the amount of fuel that you're carrying, to the amount of weight that you've got on the plane, to, you know, the runway that you're going towards, to each and everything, the nav points that you might have on the way, and stuff like that. You know, it's pretty interesting. Because only when you've got all that thing sorted in the FMC can you actually ask the plane to land by itself. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to get the plane to land. The plane wouldn't know. It's not like humans, of course, right? It's not going to be able to see the runway and be like, "Ooh, yeah, that's the runway." Or maybe it is. I don't know. Because after all, that's how all these AIs are learning, aren't they? They're just going around, experimenting, and the ones that work are, I don't know, they just keep on improving, you know? They just keep on working on one alternative to the next, to the next, to the next, and before you know it, they've actually upgraded themselves by a big, big margin. Because they don't want to rest like us. Pretty interesting conversation about that. But never mind. What a beautiful flight this is. We're going off nice and easy, all the way towards Denver. Now let's just hope that we're on the right track, basically, because we've got quite a lot of these things. We don't see any runways, but we're apparently crossing a few things around here. Let's see. If I were to start zooming in, well, they're not really that close to us, are they now? What in the world is that? Alright, you know what? I think I'm probably gonna have to take the heading off. Awesome. And bring this thing in my control, please. Or let's get the heading on and let's just ask the autopilot to do this for us. So I'm gonna go down there and check that out, whatever that is. Wow, that seriously looks like really big donuts in the sky. Or on the ground or something. I don't know. Sincerely don't know what that is about, but that's looking interesting. Okay, swaying a bit too much. That's okay. Oh, come on, what am I talking about? That just says the name of the place. Damn. Right, so that is Greeley right there. Then we've got Evans. Oh, man. I was on the right path. How stupid. Let's get back on track, shall we? Right, but this is interesting. I should actually be able to see where is this destination or how far away is the destination. I can zoom out, but I still cannot see the pink line, you know, the actual route that we've got set up for this flight. I'm not able to see that, which is weird. I know normally you'd be able to see that. There's got to be something that I've done wrong that's making all this mess. Right, we're flying over Windsor right now. Hope that's the pronunciation of it, but yep, that's what it is. It is what it is. Alright, what else? Interesting, it actually says ATC is on standby. Pretty weird. Uh-oh, we're going towards some mountains up there. And that's going to be interesting because I did not consider the height of the mountains when I set up the flight level for this one, which is set up at 9,500 feet right now. Hold on. Why is it set up at 9,500? Did I not set it up at 7,500? I don't know. It just happened. Maybe the computer is better than us. It already knows that we're reaching close to this mountainous region. And I don't know. I sincerely don't know apart from speculating. There's nothing more I can do. Again, if at all you do know of any of these places, then let me know. I'll be more than happy to go down and visit and see what all do we have in Pond Collins and whatever that place was, I forget. I'm kind of worried we might not be able to go over the mountains straight up there. But more than that, I'm interested about what is that. That looks really interesting, whatever that is. I know I can just say that, and you would be looking at all the different things that are in that direction, right? But I don't know how to even explain it, right? Oh, never mind. It's just texture that's popping in. It's like the most white on the ground in that direction straight. Is what I was trying to look at. So if this is 12 o'clock, that would be 2.5 o'clock. I mean, that's what it is, right? Again, I am sick, so please do forgive, well, not forgive, but excuse me for the voice. Loveland. Wow. Seriously, it does say Loveland. Wow. That's amazing. Wasn't expected at all, but interesting name that they've got set up right there. Who wants to fly to Loveland? Hopefully we're in the right direction. I still don't know if we've crossed Denver yet or not. Fort Collins, alright. We've got a fort down there that we could maybe visit if interested. Apart from that, just some basic city layout, nothing more. Yeah, pretty basic stuff around here. Let's just hope where we're headed is gonna be better. Hoping for the best. Ah, alright. That looks like an interesting curvy river on that side. Could be. It looks so good. Seriously. That's what I said when I started off, that according to me, this game is solely made for VR in mind, or with VR in mind. Because believe it or not, it looks so legit right now in this, and
2,500.
yeah, well, we're okay. Gonna be okay. Hold on, what? Oh, great. So from sea level, or whatever place started off was at, in terms of its height from sea level, we're right now at about 9,500 feet above sea level, and the mountain right below us is 2,500 feet below us. Don't look that much, actually.
2,500.
Yep, I heard you. 2,500 feet. Now, how exactly will I get to know where is Denver in all this mountainous region? I'm just gonna keep on flying and flying till the time the mountain regions run off, or what? What's happening over here? I so want to figure out where are we, and for that I am going to have to press this escape button right here, and location I think is where I gotta go. If I click on location, it'll tell me. That's where we were supposed to go. AMU, mate. How about you take me down there, please? No, 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 no. The location right now is set up right. Hold on, what's happening? What's happening? What I wanted to do is actually get the destination. Click to show hide symbol. Alright. Drag heading line to change heading. Click to move airplane to start of route. Okay. Drag airplane to change altitude. Okay. Right. Right. So what I can do is simply change. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Which was the heading? Drag the airplane to change position. Right there. How do I change that? I'm trying to do that. Come on. Aha. There we go. So I'm basically gonna have this thing on towards this side, and if we were to keep on flying straight, we should reach Denver International Airport. Or we could go down towards Rocky Mountains. Maybe that will be quicker. Maybe, just maybe. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna turn it a bit more in terms of its heading. How about set you up right there? Right, that should definitely take us to where we want to be going. Looking decent. Right smack in the center. There we go. Looking good. And let's get out of here. Start. So hopefully our headings should have changed. You know, before this, I should have actually noted down the heading that we were headed before I changed the heading right now. Uh-oh. How are we looking? How are we doing? What's up? What's up? Why are you going down? Dude. Why in the world are you going down, mate? Alright, autopilot is not set. Flight director is set apparently. Let's set the autopilot in. Looking good. Now the heading should be set up by itself. Looking perfect. Hold on, the heading's over there. Why is this thing not turning? Interesting. Dude, I hope we're in the right direction, or we're flying in the right direction. Because look at that. Now we're going in a completely different direction altogether. And I think I'm lost. No, I think we're going to be going down towards that side. It's just this thing's a bit messed up right now. I'm pretty certain we're going to be going towards this side. Not sure why is the green or the pink line not turning towards the heading that I've got selected. Maybe that's the flight director, you know. Maybe the flight director is already set up to go towards that side, you know. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm going to be flying towards that side. Let's turn our heading a bit more. Oh, what in the world is this right here? Those are some really interesting looking mountain ranges right down there. It's almost a valley of some sorts. Or even a wall, perhaps. Not bad. Right, so Port Collins. We're exactly where we kind of started from. Or we just crossed Port Collins and we were going towards that direction, I think. So how about we recheck our location right about now and see if everything's looking good, which I think it is. Right, so I've got the heading. If I were to set it to 150, I'm going to be going bang on towards the Denver International Airport right here. Awesome. 150, just going to keep that in mind and we should be sorted. Hopefully. No, but these sort of simulators, you do have to be hopeful, you know. Uh-oh, what's up, what's up, what's up? Let's get the autopilot on. AP's on. Headings set at... There we go. Let's set the heading to 150. We should be good. Now, another couple of things to keep in mind is that I do need to be bringing this thing down. Because our altitude needs to start reducing. Whoa, that's the speed. Okay, not the speed, the altitude right there. Right now, I do not know what level is Denver at. I'm gonna set it up to 6,000, and that should be good. Right, let's take it nice and easy. A controlled dive. Right next to Fort Collins. Actually, probably bringing down the speed is a better way of doing this, because otherwise we'd be stretching the airplane a bit too much, I think. Right, we're going down fast. We're going down fast.
2,500.
Why are we going down that fast? Where is this thing set up at? Don't see it. Alright, as we bring it down to about 120, 110, I think would be a good time to set up our flaps. We're at about 150 right now. In terms of our speed, 150 knots. The heading has changed to 149. Not entirely sure why. Let's bring it back to 150. Looking good. I've seen all these interesting things, but I've yet to see where is Denver.
1,000.
Uh-oh. Alright, the speed went down a bit too fast. Gotta be careful about that. Let's get the flaps down a notch. Looking good. I think I've reduced the plane speed a bit too early. So I guess if we were going towards the Rocky Mountain landing, we would have gone down there somewhere. Maybe. Never mind all that. Right now we're on our way towards Loveland, and right after Loveland, hopefully, is going to be our destination. Let's see. Wow, this has turned into quite a hustle to get this thing going. Right, so now I'm gonna have to turn almost towards heading 145. Okay, can do that, no problem at all. 145 it will be. Right now we're about 5 degrees off, which is absolutely fine. We've still got a long way to get it all covered. Right, let's get the autopilot back on. Looking good. The speed is looking good. How about our altitude? Right, the altitude can be set at 6,000. There we go. Come on, bring it up. Bring it up. Don't take it
500.
down. 500? Uh-oh. I'm going down.
400.
I'm going down. Dude, this is so not fair. Alright, that's the reason why the game had set it up to about 8,000. Makes complete sense to me. Let's get that thing going up. Heading is going to be 145. So let's set you up to 145, which is going to be towards that side somewhere. Of course, we've got the flaps set as well, which makes the plane go slow, which is something I could actually get rid of, but we're pretty close to our destination. What I could rather do is slow down our PS because it's going a bit too fast. There we go, nice and easy. Let's try and level this out, shall we? Looking good. I'm just trying to trim it right. Awesome. Now, do we see Denver? I surely don't see no Denver. You know what? Next time around, it'll probably be best to get those kid lines on. So basically there are these green lines that can be switched on. They tell you your direction, and they're up in the air, of course, so they kind of kill the realism, but at the same time I think I'm gonna need that, as sad as it sounds, since the game's not gonna allow me to actually navigate, and we're gonna have to keep on going back to the menu. That's a disaster. That's a disaster in the making right there. Don't see no Denver. The heading is 145. But the heading itself is not selected. Wow. If only I understood this better, I would have actually been able to explain to you. But since I don't, I don't know what to say. We're learning as we go. That's the good thing. It does feel like
500.
right, but it does feel like I've crossed the airport that we were trying to land at. Hold on. What do we see up there? Is that seriously Firestone? What? Interesting. Okay. Longmont. Alright, so Longmont is on to the right. I don't think I'm going to be going down towards that side. Let's just open up the location and be certain. Yes, we're on the right track. Beautiful. Everything's looking good. Let's get back in the game, shall we? Sorry about that. Excuse me. Right, autopilot is set. Heading is set. Whoa, what? Hey, hold on. Game, what's up? That's interesting. The game started going haywire completely. Maybe it tends to, because I've been noticing this, especially when you get close to the cities, it ends up freezing up quite a lot. Not for you guys. For you guys, it'll be absolutely fine. But in VR, it makes it unplayable for sure. And I've played this game before as well, quite a lot in fact. I bought it because I had a VR headset. That's the only reason I bought this game, and it was a blast to be able to play this game with epic settings. And now, even if I'm not recording with no other software and just the game running, I'm still not able to get it up. to its potential, which I've played it at. And right now, I've got it set to pretty medium specs, pretty low and medium specs, and still, as we get close to Denver, it starts shaking like crazy right now. Pretty weird how this thing works at times. Oh wow, we had a few lurkers. Maybe not interested in flight simulation. Absolutely fine. No problem at all. We'll catch up next time. Some of the game, boss. Ouch. Firestone, Frederick. Hey, isn't that Denver right there? Yes, it is. So Denver International should be towards that side as well. Alright, let's change our heading onwards towards Denwards. Awesome. We're looking pretty good. Probably good time to start slowing down as well, because we're at about 185 knots, which is quite a lot. Let's slowly start bringing this down to about let's say 60%. Gotta be careful of the speed. Landing lights and everything is on. Bloter. Oh, do you see that? The plane is actually going through some turbulence right now, and therefore the yoke is shifting in quite a lot. That's the autopilot taking care of us. What a beautiful, beautiful flight this has been. Alright, so as we slowly fly our way towards Denver, we've started slowing down as well. Looking pretty good. Probably not a bad idea to start bringing the nose down a tidbit as well. So let's do that. In terms of our altitude, let me bring this down to 7,000, should be good. Great, so now comes the biggest trouble, which is actually finding the airport. Alright, don't see the airport anywhere. You guys. I don't. Where's the airport, mate? It's supposed to be on the left, but it feels like I've gone way off. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just across the city, for all I know. Right, let me just quickly confirm that before we move on any further. So if I were to open up the location, it should great. So it is on to our left right now. We're going in towards here. Then I'm gonna make a right turn basically. Or a left turn rather. Alright, let's get going. Come on. Get moving. Looking pretty good. Check quickly. Autopilot is set. Altitude needs to be set up with. Right, so we're already at the pitch, so don't need to be worried about that. Apparently, the airport is down towards this side. Okay, that's good to know. But still gotta keep going. Interesting, so there's an airport right there, that one, right? That's good, that I can see in this map right here, which is a good thing. Now, hopefully, we should be able to see the airport that we're supposed to be landing at as well. Let's actually bring down our speed a tidbit more. Looking good. The flaps are set at 0 right now. Haven't got any flaps selected. Just trying to find the airport, which is supposed to be on the left. What I'm trying to find is the mountain airport. Because right across the mountain airport is the Denver airport. Denver International Airport, that is. I think that could be it. Alright, let's just keep going straight. We could very well just do a drive-by or a fly-by. Fly-by? Whatever. But basically just fly around and see where exactly is the airport. Since we don't have any traffic around in the area, I don't think anybody's going to be too worried about us doing this. Hold on, is that supposed to be an airport of some sort? Oh. That's definitely not an airport. Right, we're set at 132 in terms of our speed. Gotta be careful now. We have slowed down. Not a lot, but we've slowed down good enough. Don't want to be going further. Pump that speed up a wee bit more. Give it a little bit of power. Now, where in the world is this airport? Either I go on to that right airport that I did see, or we just keep on trying to find. Let's just cross Denver first. Maybe the airport's supposed to be outside the city limits, right? So that all the airport traffic and all is taken care of, you know? Also, the trouble is that, like I said earlier, I've got the settings set at medium to low. And maybe that's the reason why I'm not able to see the airport, because it's just not being drawn in yet. That's a possibility for sure. Wow, look at that stadium down there. That looks pretty cool. That sincerely does look really good, I tell you. It looks fabulous. Right now, since we've crossed Denver, I think I should take a left and hold on, not altitude, the heading. Let's bring this down towards this side. I'm pretty sure the airport isn't that far away now. Shouldn't be. I mean, I'm not too sure again, but if I were to guess, the guess has to be this right here, near Englewood, or whatever the exact pronunciation of that would be. Oh, this is really cool. Doing pretty good in terms of our speed. We're struggling with 155 knots, which is more than enough. Is close to the mountains in real life. Then maybe you are correct, Life and Pain. Maybe it is, and I've just gone the wrong way. Because I did see an airport back towards that side. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, sorry, microphone. Let's not do that again. Oh man, come on. There we go. Alright, I guess we should make a turn? I don't know. It seems like an airport straight up ahead. Is that not an airport? No, it's probably not an airport. Let's just make a turn around and go down towards that side, because I'm pretty certain I saw an airport towards the mountainous regions. But again, I kind of got confused about that, because I'll show you actually. Let's see. So if I were to press escape and move into location right here, it should tell me. Oh, of course, I've crossed the airport right there. The one that I was seeing towards the left. Ah, it was the Denver airport. Oh, well, you came in the right time. Thank you so much for the comment yet again, Life and Pain. Alright, so let's make a turn around. Oh, you know what? I could very well just do this. I just want to get to the airport. And right now that's the biggest trouble by itself. Hopefully this should fix us in the perfect spot. So that would be 3, 4. So that would be 040 heading. And let's see if it's gonna set us up in the right spot or not. Whoa, alright, what's happening? The autopilot's gone. The autopilot's gone. Let's kick that in. Beautiful. In terms of our altitude, why are we going down? Why are we going down? Let's set that up right. In terms of our speed, we're looking pretty good. Awesome. Right, so 040 it is. 040. Awesome. Alright, so the airport is apparently supposed to be on towards this side. Interesting. Again, you gotta keep your fingers crossed. In terms of our flaps, we're set at 0. By the way, if you don't mind me asking, Life and Pain, are you from around the area? Still trying to find the frickin' airport. Our airports are pretty big. How is it that we're not able to find an airport? What a disaster. I think I will have to probably tune the settings in such a way. Uh-oh, our speed's gone down to... Let's actually set this trim right. So if I were to bring the trim down, it should hopefully sort us out. Whoa. Ah, you've flown into Denver a few times. Interesting. Alright, so I'm kind of cheating right now as I try and fly apart from the airplane and try and find this airport. I think best to do is dude, that could be the airport. let's see, in terms of our location, where have we reached? If I were to quickly go down to our location, yeah, we've still got some distance to cover. Alright, so let's just keep going down towards this side. Let's get this plane landed in Denver. Still learning. Of course, when you're playing this on a screen rather than in VR, it would be so much more easier because, of course, the game has, hold on, autopilot is set, altitude is set to, yep, looking good. Heading is not set, heading is set to roll for some odd reason. Awesome, that's looking perfect in terms of our speed. We're kind of going down. So I'm thinking probably get the flaps in at about 110 knots, should be good. How true to life is the ground? Well, in this game, it's not so good, frankly. Because, well, when you're flying up in the air and you look down, it looks fabulous. Especially when you consider that you're playing in VR. Because no other flight simulator is able to give you this sort of a simulation wherein you're able to get 90 frames per second sort of a gameplay. And in order to get that, or to achieve that, the developers have gotten rid of quite a lot of textures. And it's interesting. I'm not sure if texture is the right word, because like I said, when you're flying from up in the air, everything looks so beautiful, but as you get closer and closer to the ground, you realize that the water, the buildings, everything that they've got set up is just an image, like 1D plane, you know. And yeah, it's a bit not so good feeling. But again, are the buildings in game the real buildings? Yes and no. I mean, they've definitely tried to get it as close to real life as possible in terms of all the different cities that they've got have their own different unique buildings that they need to have, but not all the buildings, of course, or not all the small little details have been taken care of, or at least I've not noticed that. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Excuse me, I do not know. But again, the detailing that they've got going on is really beautiful, and this is right out of the box. This is just vanilla game right now that I'm playing. Whereas with X-Plane, of course, you've got 3D modeled buildings and stuff that make it that much more difficult to simulate in VR. VR's got some real intense requirements. Alright, now we're getting pretty close to the airport. This is the airport right here. Of course, we don't even have an ATC in this game right now. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the heading. Let's get... yeah, that's about it. I should be in control. And I am. Awesome. Let's get the flaps down. Flaps all the way down. The speed's at 130 knots almost right now. Like we could see Denver Mint or Capital. Well, I guess we should have a look right after this flight. As we take another one out of Denver International, we're gonna find ourselves another flight that should that we'll try and fly off towards Denver, out into the mountainous regions.
1,000.
Alright, the FD is trying to help me out in terms of this turn. As you can see, the pink thing right here is trying to tell me that I should be at a bank of about at least 15 degrees or not, if not more. But I'm just gonna take it nice and easy and slowly start turning it as we get closer. They don't want to be killing the speed too much. Let's be careful of the altitude as well. Ooh la la, this is going to be intense. Alright. Uh-oh. Landing gear down.
500.
Positive rate. Looking good. Alright, let's just pray that we're able to get this thing down nice and easy. Of course, the lineup is not so good, but yet again, there are a few airports wherein the
300.
approach is like this. Like for example, the previous Japan airport, I think, no, the
200.
Hong Kong airport. The Hong Kong airport was a disaster.
100. 50.
Right.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Woo-hoo! Not bad, beautifully done. Bringing the engine down. Voila! What do you know? Got ourselves landed. Trying to apply a few brakes. Of course, as you can see, the vegetation, the buildings, everything is just so low. Right, I'm just gonna get this thing parked on the side, like so. Not gonna take it all the way to the gates, because I think it's probably a good time to now try and get another flight set up, which is going to take us out of this airport right here. And another couple of things that I would want to do is actually, hold on, so how about we fly out from this one right here. Oi oi. Delete the thingy, please. How do I do that? Click to move airplane to start. Click to delete route. Awesome. Delete route. Beautiful. Let's oi oi. Damn you, man. Select destination airport. Oh, great. I'm gonna start off from this runway. Why won't it allow me to do that? Alright, never mind. So that's where we're starting off from. And we're gonna be going all the way back there. Beautiful. There we go. Everything's sorted, looking good. Can I fly into tiny town airports? I believe so. Oh, by the way, you got any more suggestions? Or how about we get this flight done? Excuse me. This Rocky Mountain flight done, because I do want to show you a couple of these textures that aren't far away from the city, of the mountainous regions, because it's beautifully done. The game is so beautifully made for VR. Anyway, so how about that? Or would you want to, I don't know, you got any suggestions in terms of where do you want to fly into? Or you can probably just let me know and I'll do another flight with that destination in mind. How about that, Life and Pain? Right, now in terms of the aircraft, let's just go with this, but change the kin, I guess. Alright, let's do that. I'm finally starting to understand this airplane, which is good. In terms of the conditions, time don't matter. Clouds, it's all good, I guess. I don't even know what all these mean, so in fact the visibility gotta be pretty high. Now I'm gonna go down to the graphic settings and get a few things sorted out. So as you can see, everything's set to low, and that makes a humongous difference. Now how about we start terrain mesh? Alright, how about you get image quality? Shadow quality is gonna be low, building densities are gonna be medium, tree density could be medium. How about we try that? Work? I mean, I know it works. The only trouble is for you, you won't even be able to experience any difference. But for me, when I'm in VR, it's just a bit jaggery. Eventually, I would like to see if you could fly over my grandparents' farm. It is halfway between Denver and St. Louis. Ooh, that sounds like an interesting idea, Life and Pain. I'd be more than willing to do that. Definitely. Definitely will be interested in doing that. Alright, so it is between Denver and St. Louis, eh? St. Louis, sorry. Cool, so let's get this one done. And I'm pretty sure this should be done in 20-25 minutes. Because we just flew in towards from that direction when you joined in for the stream, I think. As we flew in towards Denver Airport. Oh, it started us off exactly at... Oh, wow. Great, so not bad. It seems as if the game knows me better than I do. And it's actually set up all these small little cubes and everything, which is going to be a guide for us to follow. Alright, not bad. Perhaps could be set to 5. What else? Meh. Everything else can be sorted as we go along. Landing lights and everything is set. It's a half a runway, should be more than enough to get this one done. Whoa, 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 straighten out, nice and easy. There we go. Alright, all the way. Whoa, 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 whoa. So all these rotor planes do tend to move on to the left. I'm not entirely sure why. It could very well be just the game acting up, or it could be because of some practical physical situation that these planes face. Alright, in terms of our speed, we're looking good. V1, V2, rotate, all done. And we're up in the air, looking good. Positive rate of climb, landing gear up. Right, I'm banking a bit too much. Apparently I'm supposed to be making a turn from this side. And the beauty about this game is that it's so easy to set up, and all these different things that it makes you do are all based on real life patterns, I think is what it's called. Somewhat patterns or something like that. The entry pattern, the exit pattern of an individual airport and stuff like that. Anyways, all of that kept aside, I'm just gonna try and get this thing rotated the way I want it to go, because I definitely want to try and go over the airport. Another thing you must have noticed is the fact that there aren't any more like any other AI traffic, and that is something that the developers have yet to implement, because once that is done, that would mean the ATC needs to be a part of the game. The torque from the propellers will turn in one direction. Exactly. So true. So very true. Now, I have no idea what is the FD trying to tell me. Like the flight director, the pink line over there. Because I can see right there. So hold on, I can actually zoom this in as well. Oh, we are already zoomed in. Alright. Wow, that is quite a bank. Was that about 45 degrees or something? Damn. Bit too crazy, I tell you. Okay, going through a bit of turbulence right now. Ooh boy, this is not too good. Like, what's happening right now is, having changed the graphic settings and everything, it's making the VR a bit jaggery. I don't know how to explain it. It just starts shaking. Pretty intensive. Alright, never mind. We're up in the air. In the clouds, looking pretty good. Because like, when you're in the clouds, the biggest thing is, the only thing that the game has to draw is the cockpit and the white outside. That makes a humongous difference compared to all the different buildings and the mountains and all those things. Oh boy, this is not too good. Shaking like crazy. Come on. Gonna have to set the autopilot. as soon as I try and get this thing sorted. The FD is confusing me so much. Insane. Alright, there we go. Autopilot is on. Our altitude is set at 12,000, not bad. The altitude is not yet set. It's set to altitude and pitch, which is good. So that basically means that the pitch is being controlled in reference to the altitude, if you understand. And that is exactly what we need. Because if I were to change that setting, right now it's set to altitude and pitch. If I were to change that to altitude, it'll just bring itself to 0 level, like whatever level it was at. As you see, it just brought itself down to that, which is not what we want. So let me just quickly change that. Beautiful. Let's take it all the way up to 12. Again, I should have probably seen what was the what is it called, the height of this place that we're headed towards. Damn, the airport. Right, the heading is not even set yet. What a disaster. Let's set you up right there, all the way to the green, looking pretty good. Wow, look at that. As we clear off from the clouds, that looks gorgeous. Not bad at all. Right, the speed is a bit too much. Let's start slowing it down. The flaps have already been reduced, which is good. Oh, I should be over there. Okay, let's get on to those green markers, shall we? A beautiful game, and the detailing, especially in VR, is seriously, I know I'm repeating myself again and again, but this is something that I sincerely hope becomes common, you know, because VR is such a powerful thing. Plus, of course, you gotta have the money for the powerful PC, of course. That's where the trouble is. The biggest trouble. Right, so we're getting pretty close to our Sky GPS, if you want to call it that. Basically, it is like a global positioning system. So let's just try and get ourselves sorted with this. And we'll basically have to fly in the... not necessarily, we could definitely try and fly above these cubes as well. But that's basically going to guide us as we try and get ourselves landed to this airport, the Rocky, whatever this thing was. Whoa, 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 all over the place. Oh, alright, that is interesting. So when I started off from my first flight, it's pretty bizarre that right now the same cloud, which is kind of semicircular, is what I could see when I started off, which is pretty bizarre, because I should not be able to see that same cloud yet again. Going a bit too high. Let's bring this thing down. All over the place. Damn. Seriously, that's a name right there. Eri. E-R-I-E. Wow. That must be an interesting town to visit. Louisville. Lafayette. You know what? If you're still around, Life in Pain, if you could tell me the name of this place, this small little place that you were talking about, the game might even have it. I don't know. Maybe. Just maybe. Right, the altitude could be brought down a tidbit more. Let's bring it down to 9,000. Altitude and pitch looking good. Let's bring you down. Bloter, Kansas. Alright, we are gonna try and find that thing. Because as you can see, I mean, this was a pretty small flight. Plus the biggest factor is that I knew where I was going. And when I started off, I had no idea. Okay, we should be done another 15 minutes with this flight. And we shall try and find... Ooh, damn. It's gonna be raining. Oh. I'm a bit too high, a bit too high. Go down. You know what? Get rid of the autopilot altogether. Let's bring in manual control, shall we? Looking good. Alright, the speed's live. We've got ourselves... Ooh, wow, we're speeding a bit too much. Boulder. Even I've heard the name. Probably because of American Truck Simulator. Not sure. Alright, I'm gonna kill the engines all together because we've got quite a lot of speed. Let me try and get this turn made nice and easy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't want to be killing ourselves with the turn.
2,500.
Okay, it's getting a bit too shaky around here. Gotta be careful. Man, the flight director has gone completely crazy. So I was trying to follow the pink markers on this thing right here in front, the screen. It's just a disaster. Ain't gonna work. Seriously, this is where the beauty shines. Look at that. Of course, it's going to be so much more different in real life, but yet again, if you've got a really powerful PC and give this game another year, I guess, maximum, because it's already been in development since a very, very long time, and another year, and this should be the only game that one will play. Well, at least when it comes to VR, it has to be the only game that one should play. Whoa, come on, stop it, please, let me bring this thing in control. What has started happening now is, earlier on, we were just looking towards that side, and since there isn't much to draw in back there, the game's absolutely fine, therefore I can just do this and control the airplane absolutely fine. But as soon as I start looking forward, it's got so much to draw that it goes crazy. I cannot even do... Wow, okay. Come on. Flaps down. Oh man. It does look real close to real life. Real close to real life, yep. Right, flaps down furthermore. Man, I'm gonna get into this and try and just be careful. You know what? I think it probably would be better if I were to try a nighttime flight. Yes, it wouldn't be this jaggery, plus I'll have all the details. Right now what I'm trying is an instrument flight rather than a VOR and an IFR, which is not easy because
1,000.
landing gear down, flaps are down, let's just maintain this altitude and speed. We're going down fast, which is not good. Bring up the nose.
$500. 400.
Oh man, the IFR is just not going to work, and VFR is too jaggery. Let's just hold this. Hopefully we should be fine. Something that they've done to the game, the developers, I'm pretty certain something has gone wrong, because like I said, I used to play this game earlier as well, quite a lot. I've never streamed it because it was in early access, and there were still so many things that were missing, so I never thought that I should. But that point of time, you could actually pump the simulation like in terms of the graphics and everything all the way up to ultra, and it would be absolutely perfect. Whereas now it's gone berserk, absolutely berserk. Even when I've got no other software running and just the game, it's still not able to cope with the medium settings at times, the high settings and the medium settings. Uh-oh. Man, this is too jaggery. Oh boy, alright, alright. Nice and easy does it. Nice and
500.
easy does it.
$400.
Ooh, this is not gonna be good. This is not gonna be
300.
good. Nope. I cannot do a fly around, not anymore.
200. 100.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
30,
Whoa,
20,
whoa,
10.
whoa, 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 whoa. I am so not ready for this. Damn, damn, damn. Wow. Ooh, damn. Wow. We're jumping all the way through. What a disaster. What a disaster. Yeah, that's just not gonna work. I am gonna have to bring the settings down before we move on with our next flight. Damn, that was a complete disaster. Let's try that. So let me bring down the settings of this graphics. Texture, right. So maybe it's the texture that kills everything. In terms of the terrain, it was looking pretty good. Let's get that down to low. Don't know. Limit frames 120. Maybe that could be the trouble. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Either VSync on or 120. 120. Right, so the game basically restarts whenever you change any of these settings. But never mind all that. Let's move on down to the navigation. And come on, let me start a new flight. There we go. Awesome. So now we're going to try and find our way. But Life in Pain, you will have to actually guide me, because I have no idea which direction I should be looking towards. So this is Denver right here, right? I'm at Denver International Airport right now. And I'm trying to find Kansas. Norton. Right, so first things first, I'm basically going to have to find Kansas. Now, in this whole area, which direction would you say should I go? So as you can see, I mean, there's not all of the United States. There's only this part right here. Not anymore. Alright, those are the nearest ones. County, Central Colorado. Right, so if this is Denver right here, and if you're saying I gotta go east, now would that mean I go that way? To the left? Yes. I'm real sorry. I'm a douche when it comes to geography. Salt Lake City. Ooh la la. Isn't Salt Lake where that alien thingy was? Salt Lake Bed or something, right? Maybe that's a completely different place. Never mind, alright. Let's keep moving. Alright, so this way, left you'd say. Now is it pretty close by, would you say? Or should I be looking in towards this side of the map? Now this would be too far away, of course. Maybe. If it's this far away, I'll probably have to change the airplane to a jet, perhaps. This is definitely a bit too far away. Carson City. Am I getting close or far? Go to the right. Alright, let's do so. So all these yellow dots are the places where I can actually land. There might be other airports that the game's skipped for now. So I'm not even sure if you can actually see any of these. Grand Canyon West. Echo Bay. I'm only going to name the ones that I've heard of. Lake Havasu City. More to the right. Let's have a look at this area perhaps. Grand Canyon National Park. And we're close to there. Bluff. Seriously, that's an interesting name. I know a card game called Bluff. Flagstaff. Ooh, I know Flagstaff. Been there so many times in American Truck Simulator. See, had I not played that straight right from Denver. Oh, okay, I'm flying all over the place, but straight right from Denver. Left, you mean? Like this area I won't be able to cover. There's nothing in the game that's been implemented on towards this side, and then this coast. There's a little bit of stuff on towards this side. That's pretty much it. John F. Kennedy. Ooh, no. Where am I? That's a bit too far away. Right to the right is in Arizona, exactly. I'm going to be going down towards this side, which is not going to be possible. I hope you understand what I mean, but I don't think it's going to be possible. Go down towards that side. So I don't know how much of this is so it's not available in the middle. Exactly, not yet. So their idea, IPAX, the developers behind this game, the idea is to have all of it. But as of now, they've only got this area right about here, and then a couple of different places. Like look at this area. They've got this covered like crazy. So many different airports, and the detailing is also pretty good. But then as soon as you get over to the other tile, do you see that difference? So that's what they've got going on, and none of those other places are available yet. All right, how about we get off from Rocky Mountain? Oh, come on, I don't want to be doing a flyby around here. How do I pick up the plane and take it to the destination? at the destination. Click to delete route. Alright, click to move airplane to start off route. Show hide symbols. Yep. Man, never mind you. How about I just try and fly over all the mountainous region and go down towards that side? The developed California and the West Coast. Exactly. And recently added Colorado, where we're at right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. But most of it is for free actually. The game is a bit expensive actually. I think it's for about $40 or maybe even more. Not 100%. How about that? That seems like an interesting flight to try. Now, in terms of where I am at right now, this I'm not liking. Why is it starting from there? Delete route. Rocky Mountain 30. Oh, there's ILS available at Rocky Mountain. Damn, interesting. Did not expect that runway. Eagle County. Yep, that's the one I want to go to. Fly down to runway 25 of Eagle County, straight from Denver, mate. You know what? I'll catch up to that thing. Yeah, let's just do that. So how about never mind. Let's just fly. This time around, do want to change a couple of things. For example, the aircraft. How about interesting aircraft that they've got? Ooh, how about we try the Learjet 45? Wouldn't be a bad idea to do so. We've got so many interesting planes, and then we're back again with the King Air. The Learjet seems like an interesting option, and then as we progress along with the flight simulation streams, maybe we can move on to the A320s and the jets as well. Right, so let's get this one done. So I really want to have a look at. Oh, by the way, there was another aircraft that was added, the Q-800 or something. Is that the one? Right, the -8 Q400. Right, so that's the one that was added on recently. I could very well try and would be cool actually. Let's do that. Let's end the stream with something interesting like so. Now please, oh please, start with Rocky Mountain. Totally loving this. Time to Flagstaff. Hey, that could be interesting as well. So right now we're going down towards Eagle Rock, and then from Eagle Rock we could take another flight and fly down towards Flagstaff, because I think it's in towards the same direction. Oh, whoa, brakes. Where are the brakes? Why would you start me off such a big aircraft on the side of... Wow, this seems so much more like the Airbus. Alright, looking pretty good. Rum pum 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 pum. All that can be taken care of by the computer itself. What I want to do is take care of the small little minute details. For example, where's the autopilot at? Wow, alright, that's quite a lot of zooming in that I gotta do in order to get this thing looking sorted. Oh, they've actually got the FMC working in here as well. Nope, I cannot ouch. I cannot do anything to the FMC. I guess in that sense it'll be a pretty manual flight. Right, so I am starting from the Denver. I'm probably gonna have to, alright. Flaps down to about 30 should be good. Let's get ourselves first at the edge of the runway. Would be a good start. But look at this plane. Wow. What a beautiful, beautiful plane. Got a fat ass though. Not entirely sure why. Looks a bit weird. Like a bee of some kind, yeah? I'm sure there must be some aeronautical detail that I'm missing as to the reason why it has that. Never mind, time pass. Right, so it's almost 6 o'clock right now. I don't think if I were to be in flight for the next 5 hours it'd be nighttime, because that's not how the game works. What I would want to do is set this up at 0. How do I do that? So this right here, even though this is at 5,000 feet from sea level, for me this is ground level right now, right? And I'm going down towards Eagle Rock, which is in the mountains. It's going to be furthermore. That means my flight bed is going to be at least 5,500 feet, maybe even 6,000 feet, just to be safe. Right, so I cannot go below 6,000 feet is what I'm trying to say. Right, doing almost 60 kilometers an hour, 30 miles per hour, 30 knots actually. Right, I don't think I'm gonna need all of the runway. How about I just try and get a U-turn done from around here. Get all the way to the edge. Nice and easy. Right, the nav as well as the beacons apparently are working. Let's slow it down. Right, no time to waste. I've seen pilots do this so many times. They just turn around and whoosh, they go. Hey, what is that sound? Interesting. Wow, this is seriously so realistic. Right, we won. 120 knots, and we too rotate. I did not even have to pull. How beautiful is that? Right, so now we're going to be flying towards that direction, I think. Positive climb. Landing gear up. Confirmed. Let's clear off the plane as we try and get up to our flight level. I'm gonna leave 5 flaps right now as we try and get this up to at least 8,000 feet. And I'm going to have to be careful about this because according to the pink line that's supposed to be the GPS, I have to be going towards the right over there. Okay, so let's do that. What a beautiful plane this is. So much detail. Oh damn, so much detailing. You know what, before I start loitering around my time, I think I should probably trim this plane as it's flying a bit too high. There we go. Something like that should be better. Also, just to be certain if I'm flying in the right direction, since I don't have the map available in this game, I'm gonna have to open up the location and see if we're in the right direction. Yes, we are. Looking pretty good. Right, so let's just follow that line and we should be more than sorted. good that I actually changed the plane, because that's going to make the flight that much more quicker. And if things go well, might even be able to go down to Flagstaff tonight itself. But yet again, the trouble with changing the plane is that now you gotta understand the new plane, as simple as that. Alright, so it's gonna be a instrument flight for a while as I just try and get the groove of this thing. Let's try and set the autopilot, which was right above there. Looking good. Alright, that's awesome. Now, in terms of my heading and stuff, has it already got that sorted out? Heading hold is on. Interesting. But the heading is not correct. I'm gonna change the heading. Whoa, 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 why are you going the wrong way, mate? So we're going towards that side, please. In terms of my... what's that? Ooh, damn. Alright, so I've got the altitude right here. Now again, this is something that I'm going to try in the next stream. This stream I could not get the mouse working, so when I'm roaming around like this, wow. Damn dude, look at that. Ooh la la. Seriously, I mean, look at the, wow. I'm telling you, in the next 5 years, things are gonna get crazy intense when it comes to the simulation world, you know, and the graphics and everything. Because this is looking too good. The reflections, the detailing of the clouds, the ground, the faraway mountains, it's just fabulous all in all. Right, I think 18,000 feet is going to be a bit too high. I'm going to bring that down. Whoa! Oh, that was just a confirmation. So I brought it down to about 15,000 feet, and we were going up by, well, we were going up by a really big VS. I think VS stands for vertical speed, right? So airspeed is going to be like this, or you're going straight, right? Vertical speed is how fast are you climbing, I guess. In terms of our airspeed, I'm just going to allow it to reach up to 200 knots, and then, oh, hold on. In this one, I'm pretty sure we might even have airspeed setting. If only I can find it though. Altitude, approach, nav beacons, flight directors, standby. Okay, we've got a lot of options there, but I don't know where should I be messing around, or what should I be messing around with. I'm just gonna leave the... Uh-oh. How stupid of me, I completely forgot about the flaps. Let's leave the speed to manual, and bring it up to about 250. Seems to be absolutely fine. It's a pretty powerful plane, this one. Oh god, wow. The view is so pretty, so realistic. I think I just found a UFO. Or maybe it's supposed to be the sun. Maybe I've got the lens flare off, because I remember earlier on when I used to play the game, I would have the settings all the way up to high, and I would not be getting the jaggery feel that I am right now. Because it's almost as if the whole plane, everything that's being drawn, just shifts, and then shifts back. If you're watching, well, when you're watching, you won't be able to see any of that, but in VR it happens. But never mind all that. Earlier on when I used to play the game, I would have the lens flare and everything on, and it makes it so very realistic. especially when you're flying right into towards the sun. Wow, just breathtaking views. Even right now, I mean, I just set up the graphic settings, and I haven't set them up all the way too high. If I were to do so and play it on the monitor, the game would work absolutely perfectly, as you can see. But even on medium and low setting, oh damn, it actually set up a green marker right there. I don't know if you can see that or not, it's very faint, but that's where I'm supposed to be flying, and I'm flying here. Right, let's go down towards that. So it's basically the pink line right here. We're flying parallel to the pink line. The pink line, sorry. Where is my heading? Right, there we go. I'm just trying to understand all the different buttons that there are in this, and what all things they do. So I just pressed the altitude button, and it did something, which is pitch hold. So it's just gonna keep its nose level. Wow, look at that. Damn. So very beautiful, so picturesque. There we go, finally found the heading button, and I just had the setting set to heading hold, and I had to change it to heading select. That basically means that it's going to change to the heading that's selected, and then once I've got it to where I want it, I would probably press the button again and confirm that heading, so that even if I do anything, it just confirms that heading. It's pretty interesting how the mind of a pilot works, you know. There are backups, four backups, because that's exactly what this is, you know. I could simply have been able to get away with this by just one button that's called the heading button, on and off, simple as that. Yet again, what am I saying? Whoa, what? What's that? Right, so apparently we crossed some VOR or something, not entirely sure. I don't think we were supposed to cross any VORs. Not too happy with the flight level right now. Let's bring it up, the altitude. Right, that's going to be a bit too close as well, is what the game is trying to tell me. So about 16 the... Damn, how high are these mountains? Interesting. I should be okay. But of course, in real life, you would be at least 2,000 to 3,000 feet away from that mountain. Right now, I think I'm only like 1,000, 1,500 feet away. It's like, imagine this. All this valley and whatever you want to call this, right? Between the mountains, all the gorges and stuff, there's wind blowing through that, and mountain becomes like a curve where these winds can just swoop up, and that, I'm pretty sure, makes for an interesting flight control, right? For the plane that's trying to come over that mountain where this wind's just gushing like at 40 miles per hour or something, and this plane's just trying to go over it. it can turn into disaster real quick actually when you start thinking about nature and how gruesome nature can be at times. Anyways, looking pretty good. We're getting close to, so that's where our flight level is supposed to be. That green mark right there. I just wanted it to be as close as possible to the mountains so that you can have a bit of beauty as well. Looking pretty good in terms of our speed as well as our altitude. Pitch hold is on, heading select is on, so I can keep on changing the heading as I see fit. What a beautiful place this is. The geography of America, it's so varied, I guess, Like, it's got some real extreme places. Beautiful. See, as a human being, I always feel like wherever you're born, right? Whichever country you're born in, you should always have the right to be able to visit that country's each and every location, right? But it's just so weirdly set up that even in order to do that, you need to have tons and tons of money and, status and stuff like that, even to visit certain places, which is kind of sad. Because like me being from India, there are so many interesting places that I would want to visit in India itself, but I've never. I've started the bucket list, and I'm slowly cutting off all the places that I've visited. But yet again, there are so many more, and that's just India. Right now, the main context for this whole conversation is America. It's humongous. I guess that's the reason why road trips are so such a thing in America. From like, wow, do you see that? I thought I saw some lightning. Never mind. But what I was trying to say was like RVs and camps, actual proper camps where you can just take your car, go down to that camp and just chill out for the weekend. Those forest camps or whatever those are called. Such a beautiful idea. Someday. Wow, you've river rafted through the Grand Canyon. Ooh la la. Seriously. Damn. Wow, that must have been quite an experience. Unimaginable for sure. Come on. Interesting, so the airplane is smarter than the game itself. Like, I've asked the airplane to go down by 2,000 feet, yet it's telling me that, no, I'm not going to do that, because it's just too dangerous. Whereas if you ask the game, what FL am I supposed to be at, the game's like over there, the flight level, that one, whatever that is. That's interesting. Maybe it's to do with this, pitch hold thingy. Nope. Maybe I gotta switch on the VS? Interesting. Do I actually set what level is it gonna go down? Interesting. I think I'll probably have to zoom in and check this out. Alright, there we go. So the VS mode is set. Now I should be able to bring the airplane down by about 300 meters per second. Is it per second? I don't know, whatever. So basically that small little yellow thing right on the right hand side of the altitude is what I'm controlling through this middle dial, which is lateral and not horizontal. And basically there you go, you can see that thing. So we've set it up at about minus 400 VS. So that's going to be, in fact no, let's bring it down furthermore. 1000 feet per minute I think is what it is. The life in pain. How long ago was this experience of yours? When you rafted in the Grand Canyon? Because from what I've heard and seen, river rafting ain't easy, especially when you're talking about a place. Hold on, Grand Canyon is a pretty. I don't know actually. I sincerely don't know. Because if you were to ask me logically, I would say Grand Canyon, I guess, would probably be a bit on the dangerous side, yeah. In terms of how fast the stream itself is. Alright, we're getting pretty close to our destination. Edwards is on to the left. Uh-oh, speeding a bit too much. Flaps are off, looking good. Let's kill the engine. Because we were already going at a pretty fast speed, and now I've asked it to go down in a pretty quick dive, which is 1000 feet per minute or whatever. So that's where I was supposed to be. Let's bring this down furthermore. Going and crazy. It takes a week to do it. Parts are whitewater rafting and parts I had to row. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I know I'm speeding. Don't you worry. Alright, looking pretty good. I know we're a bit off, but that's okay. Oh, whatever. Not entirely sure what happened to the autopilot. It kind of freaked out on us. And I'm gonna take it in manually. Uh-oh. I'm gonna be careful of this. So what's happening is, I keep on bringing the engine speed down, and it starts. Is that Eagle Rock? I hope it has a runway for dash 400. Alright, let's try and get this speed under control, because it's all over the place right now. As you can see, the engines are idling. They're set at 0 right there. Oh, whoa, we're coming in for a landing. Great. That's not good. That's so not good. Landing gear. Okay. Oh, damn. We're too fast. We're too fast. We're too fast and we're too high. But I think I might be able to get this done. Because after all, it is a game. 1000. Yeah, we're too fast still. Too fast, too fast. Alright, I think I'm probably gonna have to make a turn around or whatever. Get rid of those flaps. Add in the power and get away. Yep, that was just not possible. Right, so this time around, I think I might even try and land it from that side. Yep. Going to have to be careful about the altitude as well as the speed. Oh damn, alright. Did not think about this, but there are quite a lot of things to keep in mind. As I try and make a U-turn basically, I'm gonna have to be careful about the about this right here. The mountain ranges. Let's add flaps. Let's give it as much lift as it possibly will need. Let's keep the bank around there looking good. Speed's looking pretty good as well. Don't want to go over 180. We're at 190 right now. It's definitely not appreciated. Where in the world is the airport? Oh, please don't tell me I've lost the airport already. I mean, I can see it on the map down there. Ooh, boy. Alright. That's a sharp turn. That's a sharp turn. Oof. Sorry about that. I am still sick, you know. I know I killed the power. Chill, chill, relax. Relax, plane. Relax. I'm still too high. And I'm still... I'm not too fast actually. But we're definitely too high. Landing gear down. Flaps are off. This is a crazy landing, dude. Oh man.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Reverse thrust, reverse thrust. Give me reverse. You hear that? That is reverse thrust right there. Ooh la la. Wow. What a landing. I sincerely did not think that would have been possible. Because we came in at about 210 knots. And that is pretty extreme actually. Right, reverse thrust off. Looking good. Eagle Rock. Wow, quite a small little place. A beautiful place though. And there we go. Beautiful, beautiful flight. Of course, look at the texture. It's crazy. You know what? Let's do justice to the game, alright? Let's do justice to the game. What I'm going to do is quickly, since we're stationary now, so when you're stationary, things end up looking much better than when you're actually in speed. Right, so let's just bring this all the way to Ultra. Get this set at 120 is good. And where am I at? Right, so I am at the airport, which is good. Let's start that. Just want to be doing justice to the game because not everybody's gonna have a medium scored PC like me. People are gonna have some high-end PCs as well, and I'm gonna show you guys that what we were flying at was really low. Whereas if you actually bring it up, things change. Not by a lot, but a tidbit. A tidbit, as you can see. It's just a bit more refined, a bit more of AI planes and stuff. You see that? Of course, the grass texture seems to be, I don't know why, it's gone down the drain. But apart from that, everything else is looking pretty good. And with that, I think I am going to have to take your leave. It's 2.5 hours that I've been streaming in VR, and I think I should give me guys another 20-30 minute break. I am going to be back with some simulation again. Probably this time around it's going to be Euro Truck Simulator 2 in normal 2D mode and no VR, because my eyes have had enough, I think. Anyways, thank you so very much for joining in for this beautiful stream. Until the next time, bye bye, and stay awesome. And of course, next time around we are going to be starting off from Eagle Rock, going all the way down to Flagstaff. It actually would have been awesome if I could do that tonight, but next time I'm going to plan it in such a way so that I do the flight, and then right after that I can actually play American Truck Simulator and drive a truck from Flagstaff to some other destination, you know? It would be awesome. Anyways, thank you so much for joining in. Until next stream, bye bye. Take care and have a beautiful day, evening, night, wherever, whenever you're joining in from. Adios.